Hi guys, Thierry here, also known as Video Demon, and today we are doing the long-awaited 2022 year-end video. Yes, I'm still keeping up this trend for the past few years now, just because I think it's just so interesting to just talk about what's been going on in the year, as well as what's going on in my life personally, but not too personal. But yeah, as far as 2022 goes, you're probably going to be shocked at this, but honestly, I had a really good year. It wasn't a great year. There was still a lot of problems, and we're going to get into that. But personally, I had a really good year, and I thought it was 2022 was a year of a lot of personal development for me. Just a big growth in confidence and just making changes to myself, really changes for the better. Self-esteem, I've gotten much better and learned what I truly want in life and things like that. And I finished second year at university. I'm in third year, my final year. Next year, 2023, is going to be the graduation year, so it's going to be pretty damn big. um, but yeah, I'm honestly looking forward to 2023, probably because I really like the number three for some reason. So, but there you go. And of course, I turned 21 this year. So officially, people say 18, but like in some countries, like 21 is the big age for some reason. I think because it's like in America, it's like the age you can drink and things like that, or it's when you're classed as an adult officially. So yeah, I had a massive glow up, honestly, um, in terms of it. Just getting things on track, my mental health, and just realizing who my true friends are and who I want to actually associate with. And I'm putting less time in those I don't much care for and don't treat me nicely, so I don't bother with that anymore. And I also hope you all had a nice Christmas. I got this awesome bomber jacket slash Letterman jacket, whatever you want to call it, and I've got my Incubus tour T-shirt on with it's like Bigfoot or a Sasquatch in like a rowing boat. That was like the whole icon for the tour of that year. Incubus, they're like one of my favorite bands of all time. They finally toured the UK. I was going to see them in the summer of 2020, but COVID cancelled that. So I got to see them in October, and they were amazing guys. Like honestly, I did sit quite far from them, but just hearing them and play their awesome songs, it was great. A true highlight of the year for me. Yeah. And as far as like events that happened this year, uh, you know, as far as the previous 2 years with COVID, this has been the full. This has been like uh, the first full year since probably 2019 for many people that there hasn't been any sort of restrictions at all. At least where I live, not sure where else in the world. But yeah, for many people, they haven't done a lot of activities since 2019, 3 years ago. I did do a few. Obviously, I was at university, so I did, get up to some things last year. But this year, we was able to go to a concert, do a lot more social activities and things like that. And truly, this year kind of made me realize it's like with the previous issues in the world, uh, you got to take stuff less for granted, and that's what it's taught me. That's why I've had such a positive year, you know, with things that now that we're able to, have fun and things like that and have these activities, be with our friends and loved ones, it's it feels really good, And obviously, it hasn't gone completely. It's just more that the government and the news, the mainstream media, doesn't want to talk about it as much anymore. Because let's face it, we're losing money. Like, come on! I think we're currently we're in like the next big recession, I think, or something like that. Financial crisis or something like that. But I think it's been going on since 2008. But I was a little kid back then, and I didn't really care. So, but I'm an adult now, so yeah, job hunting can be kind of hard. But as far as that goes, I've been focusing more on my personal growth than just issues in the world stressing me out. I do care, but at the same time, it's just you know, focusing more on my personal happiness and helping those I love. And other like things in the news. This was the year that the war in Ukraine broke out because of that nutcase Putin invading them. Now I will say I don't want to get too much into the topic because it's like you don't talk about the war. We don't talk about war. you know, don't mention the war. But I've got nothing against the Russian people. Um, just the government and Putin just thinks he's too big for his boots and causing a problem that isn't needed. So I pray for all the people who've lost their lives in Ukraine, especially the children as well, who they're trying to grow up, live childhoods, but all this crap's going on. But yeah, I think it's been going on since February, so literally 10 months. I think we just want it to be over at this point. And of course, when it broke out, the internet was like, oh, World War III, oh, everyone was freaking out and things like that. And, thinking of the worst case scenarios because they're too bloody negative nowadays. As far as other like things in the world, um, there's been obviously celebrity deaths. I like to talk about the famous people who passed away. So there was Gilbert Gottfried, Norm Macdonald. I think Aaron Carter passed away, and he wasn't even that old. So that was really sad. But the biggest death of all was literally the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II. Her Majesty passed away in September, and wow, this was such a big deal that um, it was like a week of mourning, and the funeral was all over TV and social media, and it was like massive. And I remember when I was there, like I was on a walk with my mum and the dog, and we saw it. We saw it through the window that she passed away, someone's house on the telly. So yeah, that's where I was. But yeah, she passed away, and we've got the king now, King Charles III. So yeah, it's crazy to think we got a king now. So yeah, so she passed away. That was a massive big deal, honestly. Um, as far as other things go, with media and things like that, a pretty good year for films. Not an amazing year, but I can see that films are getting a lot more. They're getting a bit more experimental now and interesting compared to the previous years. I feel like the MCU, the Marvel movies, they're getting a lot. They're getting worse and worse. The superhero movies, and I think people are getting sick of them, and it is going to be a movie genre that is going to die because people are getting sick of them. I'm not sure in terms of financial reasons they're still going to make money, but I think people are losing respect for them. But the movies I personally liked this year, that was the Batman, starring Robert Pattinson. Edward from Twilight, but he did a great job with this grittier, darker Batman, where the Riddler was like more of a serial killer type of character. Really aesthetically beautiful film. Top Gun Maverick, which the sequel to Top Gun, which isn't a very good film. I thought it was a crappy film, but Maverick was just so entertaining. I watched it in cinemas twice actually. It was that fun. Just the action involving the planes, just really exhilarating. It truly shows that like Tom Cruise, whatever your opinion of the guy personally is in terms of films, um, he really he really does care about his craft. And like making movies, like first of all making them good qualities, and it was just a great action flick. As far as other films go, I didn't see many this year, admittedly, but there was like the Bob's Burgers movie, which I didn't see the show, but I went with like my best friend. You know, um, there was also Halloween Ends, which was better than Halloween Kills, which like pissed me off. But Halloween Ends was at least entertainingly bad. And I saw it about a week ago. Avatar 2, The Way of Water. Yes, we've been waiting like 13 years for Avatar 2. James Cameron and his perfectionism. And honestly, it was a really good film. I enjoyed it. I saw it in 3D a second time. Uh, I didn't think the first Avatar was a great movie, but it was always the visuals, and that's why I really enjoyed it. It was and the Navi are really pretty and blue. So there you go. um, as far as other things, music this year, kind of a bad year for music in my opinion. there was nothing interesting that came out. Um, Maybe there was some albums in the underground scene, but I was more just sticking to like 2000s music, like I do, and some 80s and 90s stuff as well that I had kind of missed on my Spotify. But yeah, Disturbed did a new album, and it was like they went back to their roots and was a bit heavy. But I think I just don't care for Disturbed anymore. Just they were my favorite band when I was 15, and now I just don't care about them anymore. And Nickelback did a new album as well. Really big disappointment compared to how good Feed the Machine was. Well, for Nickelback standards, anyway. And then Megadeth did a new album too. Didn't much care for that. And I'm sure there was others, but I can't really think right now. Um, so yeah, not a very interesting year for music there. Games, I'm not going to talk about games anymore, but the only one that I saw was Elden Ring. Everybody was talking about it, making memes about it. People wouldn't shut the hell up about it. So yeah, and as far as anime goes, I feel like it's crazy to think like the 2020s is like the decade where it's like anime is like now mainstream. It's went from a thing that people took the piss out of you for, calling you like a hentai addict and thinking you were like a weirdo for liking it, and now it's super mainstream. It's really weird to think about. So there's like Spy X Family, haven't seen it. Chainsaw Man, haven't seen it. There's probably more that I can't think of right now. Um, but yeah, mostly like I already knew the mangas existed anyway before the shows came out, but a lot of people didn't. So, but yeah, I think we're on My Hero Academia season 6 now. I'm still only on 4, so I've got catching up to do. But yeah, as far as anime, I haven't watched much this year compared to the previous years, but you know, I still like it though. Um, so yeah, 2022 as a whole, you know, I've been currently in the process. I'm actually filming this on Boxing Day currently, because I have to study and prepare for this film that I'm gonna make, which you're gonna see it. Um, my new production company, Flynn Real Productions. That's the name I've chosen because it's based on my middle name. So yeah, you're gonna expect that real soon. And I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it does involve like some special interests of mine. So yeah. Um, as far as other things, I think I've mentioned. Oh yeah, memes this year. Not really a very strong year for memes, but of course there was one film, Morbius. You know, the movie of all time. It has special effects. It has a story. Uh, it has acting in it, and it is a film. So, you know, it's definitely a movie. But yeah, Morbius, I'd rate it out of 10, but alright, well, anyways. Whether the meme is considered dead to you, I don't know. As far as others, though, I can't really remember many of the memes, per se. Mostly just satirizing the events happening at the time. But yeah, um, as 2022, I think as a whole, it actually went really fast. Like that's one thing I'll say. I think just because of like 2020 was the year of COVID, the pandemic year, we were all locked down. Then 2021, I would have called it the year of the vaccine, where they were just trying to make all the vaccines and getting as many people to have them. You know, in my opinion, I still think it. You know, it should be a choice whether you can have one. You know, but I'm not against them. But yeah, if that was 2021, I'd say 2022. It's just a year of development, really. Just things trying to get back to normal. Just money and all things like that. Just trying to build things up again. But yeah, as far as next year, I'm really looking forward to it. As far as the future of the channel, I'm not particularly sure whether I'll keep making YouTube videos for so long, just because of what I want to do in the future. Like, who knows? It's like this is like, well, my career's already started, but it's like graduating uni and then hopefully doing what I want in the world. So, yeah, 2023 is a very exciting year. As far as films go, this new Super Mario Brothers film's gonna come out. I really want to see that one because Mario is iconic. There's like a Barbie movie which looks very experimental, considering the source material. And of course, Dune Part 2. I've been waiting 2 years for that. And there's like Indiana Jones 5, which I remember how the Crystal Skull alienated so many people, and Harrison Ford's getting on. But yeah, there's still a lot of films I want to see, and I'm very much looking forward to the future. And I also wanted to pray for the loved ones that I lost over the years, family members, and my dog passed away at the age of 15, which, it's never easy to lose a pet. But one of the other highlights of my year was that we got a new puppy, Paddy, also Pat. Well, we call him Paddy or Pat, but we call him a lot of stuff. But yeah, um, getting a new puppy was great. It's like we really needed, some comfort like that, And yeah, so overall, I probably will say 2022 has probably been the best year for me since probably 2016, which was a while ago in itself. But I really enjoyed this year, just doing a lot of fun things. I also went to a cover band film fest, not film festival. I actually did go to a film festival with in uni, but I went to a cover band like rock festival, all kinds of Korn, Linkin Park, System of a Down, like Kiss, Metallica, like cover bands there. That was really fun in the summer. Incubus Live, obviously. Um, for my birthday, I went to the Trafford Centre, which is a big shopping centre. That was fun, and there's a few other things too. But yeah, I learned a lot. I grew so much personally, and I'm really optimistic. So it's kind of like the 2000s was my childhood. The 2010s was kind of like my formative years, growing up, teenage years, very awkward, not very happy. And the early 2020s, despite the crap happening in the world, I'm really enjoying just growing into an adult. Saying, I'm not going to bother to take what social pressures are on, I'm just going to be me and make myself happy. And, and if people love me, I'll love them too. And, I lost a lot of friends. They didn't pass away, but not friends with them anymore. But in return, I gained a lot of loved ones that I hadn't seen since the lockdown in general, and new friends too. So yeah, but overall, to end this video, because it's nearly 20 minutes, um, I'm really looking forward to 2023 to see what's going to happen. I also wondering what's going to happen in the world, because it's like we're living in very historical times, but so we'll just have to see. But yeah, I hope you all had a great Christmas. Got everything you wanted, was with family. Um, whatever holiday you celebrate as well. Um, and I hope you all have a happy new year. Have lots of fun, drink responsibly, spend it with your loved ones, and let's hope for a brighter future and an interesting future for the channel as well. So that's all I've got to say. I've had a good time, so yeah, let's see what happens next. And I've got plenty more album reviews and short films coming up as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the new year. Peace.